Grubbin Community Day is this weekend, and today, as always, we're gonna run through all the tips and tricks you need to know for this Community Day, so let's get right into it. So this event is going down September 23rd from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. They seem stuck with those time frames, I think, forever. Bonus features of the event, Grubbins will be spawning everywhere in the wild with a shiny rate of 1 in 25. You'll have 3 times catch XP, 3-hour instances, 3-hour lure modules, 2 times catch candy, 2 times chance of getting an XL candy when catching Pokemon, 1 extra special trade during a day for a max of 2, and trades will require 50% less Stardust. You can also take 5 snapshots to get photobombed by 5 Grubbin, which will get you 5 extra Grubbin encounters. Trade bonuses, by the way, are going down from 2 to 10 p.m., not only just during the Community Day. Also, during the Community Day, you can evolve Grubbin into Charge-a-Bug, which will get the exclusive Legacy Fast Attack Volt Switch, and you can also evolve Grubbin all the way up into Vikavolt to get the exclusive Fast Attack Volt Switch, and you can make these evolutions between 2 and 10 p.m. local time. Do note, to evolve Charge-a-Bug into Vikavolt, you do need to be near a magnetic lure module, so you can't just make these evolutions anywhere. If you see one during the Community Day, definitely take your chance to evolve then. Finally, there'll also be Pokestop showcases for Grubbin during the Community Day, so you can showcase your biggest size Grubbin to try to win some rewards. After Community Day, from 5 to 10 p.m., we will have 4-star raid battles for Charge-a-Bug. These 4-star raid battles cannot be done with remote raid passes, only in-person passes, and Charge-a-Bug cannot be shiny from them. But if you do complete one of these raids for the next 30 minutes within 300 meters of that gym, Grubbins will be spawning everywhere with a shiny rate of 1 in 25, just pretty much allowing players to play Community Day after it ends. There'll also be some exclusive stickers you can get in the shop that you can check out on screen, and also research, starting with field research tasks for catch 3 Grubbins, rewarding you with either a Grubbin encounter, 5 Great Balls, 2 Ultra Balls, 2 Pineapple Berries, or 500 Stardust, as well as a $1 special research story. No, you do not need to buy this to play Grubbin Community Day, called Plugging Around. Complete this research, you'll get some extra Grubbin encounters, some extra items, and different things like that. It's definitely worth the $1, but it's really not that necessary to buy if you don't want to spend money on the game. With the event details out of the way, let's get right into the tips, starting with the 100% IVs for Grubbin. On screen is going to be the perfect IV chart for Grubbin in Pokemon Go, showing you the 100% IV CP from level 1 to a level 50 Grubbin. There's only certain levels we want to look at that are actually important. Starting with any Grubbin caught from field research task is always going to be caught at level 15, meaning a 421 CP is a guaranteed 100% IV for Grubbin from research. So if you're completing that field research or that special research, look out for that number. Next up, if you're catching Grubbins in the wild, the highest level they can be in non-weather boosting conditions is going to be level 30, meaning in any weather other than rainy weather, 843 is the highest CP a Grubbin can be found in the wild. So that's a guaranteed 100% IV in the wild in those conditions. However, if it is rainy weather, when Grubbin does get weather boosted, level 35 will be the highest because it gets boosted by 5 levels, meaning 914 is going to be the 100% IV in rainy weather. Other than that though, when you're hunting Grubbins in the wild, you can find any single CP, and even if you do end up finding, a 506 CP in the wild, it's not guaranteed to be a level 18 100% IV. It could be a higher level Grubbin with worse IVs. So the best thing to do is catch as many as you can, and also keep an eye out on a local Facebook group or Discord group for any hundo callouts, because sometimes people will be like, oh, I just caught a hundo here, and you can go get it. Another important thing though is going to be PvP IVs. If you don't know Pokemon Go, you want low attack, high defense, high stamina for Pokemon PvP in general. If you want to know why, I will link below a video explaining it very simply. But not all PvP IVs are made the same, so we want to go through what the best possible IV sets for a Vikavolt in the Great League, Ultra League, and Master League are. We'll start off here with Vikavolt in the Great League. A rank 1 best IV set is going to be a 0, 14, 12 IV. So 0 attack, 14 defense, 12 HP. But do note, anything low attack, high defense, high stamina does work well, like a 4, 15, 15 is a rank 12. Like, you don't need the rank 1. In the Ultra League, we're looking at a 2, 15, 15 as the rank 1. So look out for that IV set. But again, anything low attack, high defense does work. Finally, the Master League, of course, 15, 15, 15. Since there's no CP cap, you want the highest, but I don't think we're going to be using Vikavolt in the Master League. I do also want to mention Charge-a-Bug, the middle stage evolution. In the Great League, a 0, 13, 15 is the rank 1. This Pokemon does see some play actually in this league, especially in some limited cups like the Electric Cup. Is that a cup? That's a real cup, right? There was a cup that Charge-a-Bug was good in. So definitely grab yourself one for that as well. So you want some Vikavolts and some Charge-a-Bugs. But I'm sure the question dawning on everybody's mind is this Pokemon actually any good for PvP? So let's run through it right now. First things first, let's establish Vikavolt and Charge-a-Bug's ranking. In the Great League, you're looking at a 192 for Charge-a-Bug and 432 for Vikavolt. So actually the middle stage even better. And then in the Ultra League, Vikavolt 275, and in the Master League 215, but I don't think we're really using this thing in the Master League. It's terrible. Now that's gonna be with its old moveset. Now let's compare Vikavolt in the Great League with Spark versus its new Volt Switch it's getting during the Community Day. And as you can see, literally nothing. It actually ends up losing a couple more matchups here, but really there's not a huge difference between Vikavolt with this new move and this old move, so it's still gonna be just as bad as it was. Same thing goes here with Chargabug. As you can see, not a lot changing. Your Carbink matchup gets better, but your Medicham matchup gets worse. Your Quagsire matchup gets worse, and a couple other things. Overall, what I'm trying to say here is that these moves do not affect these Pokemon barely at all, only in very small case-by-case scenarios. And the Pokemon weren't good before, so they're not gonna be good now. Really, the priority I would say for this community is to get a Chargabug, the middle stage evolution for PvP, because that thing does see some play in some limited metas. But other than that, Vikavolt's not essential to get. What I will, however, say is Vikavolt is actually a decent bug-type raid attacker. Not including Megas, Legendaries, Ultra Beasts, and Mythical Pokemon, which are pretty hard to get. Vikavolt is actually seeing the number 4 overall spot behind Volcarona, Shadow Pinsir, Shadow Caesar, and then it's Vikavolt. So if you do need a budget bug-type raid attacker, although it's not the best type for raids, you can definitely grab yourself some during this calm day. Okay, with the meta relevance out of the way, let's get into the more important fact, resources. How do you grind a lot of resources during the community day? Starting with XP. We have triple catch XP, and if you don't know, when you hit an excellent throw in Pokemon Go, you get 1,000 XP. During triple catch XP, that's gonna be 3,000 XP, and if you use the item called a Lucky Egg, which gets you double XP for 30 minutes, that's 6,000 XP. So during this community day, definitely focus on hitting excellent throws every single time you can on Grubbin. It's not too hard of an excellent throw. It might take a little bit of time to get used to, but there's gonna be so many in the wild, so just really focus on that and you'll get the hang of it very, very quickly. You got 3 hours to learn how to excellent throw on Grubbin. I think you can do it. You can get so much XP from hitting excellent throws on 3 times catch XP. 6,000 XP per throw. Like, I don't see a world where you can't do 1,000,000 XP during the whole community day. So if you need to level up, hit the excellent throws. But the other resource we can grind is going to be candy for Grubbin. And there's gonna be 3 ways we want to take advantage of this. Number 1, we can use Pineapple Berries to multiply our catch candy by 2 and Silver Pineapple Berries to multiply our catch candy by 2.34. Definitely use these items if you want to grind a lot of candy for Grubbin during this community day. Number 2, you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know, when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon in Pokemon Go, you will get extra candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon that are the same type as that Mega. What we want to do is Mega Evolve a Bug type Pokemon, seeing that Grubbin is a Bug type. So what you can do is Mega Evolve either a Mega Beedrill, a Mega Pinsir, a Mega Caesar, or actually just any of those 3. What this does is when you catch Grubbins, you'll get more candy, XP, XL candy, all this stuff. Definitely just have a Mega of one of those bug types Mega Evolve during this community. Preferably one that's been leveled up and is a high level. Finally, what we can do is trade Grubbins. If you don't know, when you trade away a Pokemon, you'll get 1 extra candy. But if the distance between those 2 Pokemon where they were caught is more than 100 kilometers, you'll get 2 regular candies and a guaranteed XL candy. So save all those Grubbins if you can. Find a friend with some distance caught Pokemon and trade them away, or just trade them away regularly. Trading on top of that can also randomly go into lucky Pokemon, which lucky Pokemon have a IV floor of 12, 12, 12, meaning you could potentially get a Hundo Grubbin. Also, we do have 2 special trades during the community day, so if you have some friends you've been lucky friends with a while, hit them with a message, be like, yo, let's hit our lucky trade, and potentially you could end up getting a Shundo or a Hundo from that lucky trade, because a lucky trade is guaranteed to go lucky. With that out of the way, let's get into the final section of this video, which is going to be our Platinum Medal tips. You need 35 Platinum Medals to go from level 48 to 49 Pokemon Go. You might be like, Dax, I don't care, but trust me, when it comes time to get those medals, it's going to be hard to get them, so work on them now. Specifically, we have 5 medals I want you guys to work on during this community day. First of all, the Bug Catcher Medal, catch 2,500 bug type Pokemon. Obviously, Grubbins in the wild, self-explanatory. We also have the Picnicker Medal, use a lure module to help any trainer catch 2,500 Pokemon. Definitely drop lures during this community day if you can, because so many people are going to be out catching Grubbins. So if you can drop a lure at a busy area, everyone's going to be catching Pokemon off that lure, helping you work on this medal. Specifically, drop that magnetic lure, because that's going to increase the spawn rate for the Pokemon, and also it will allow people to evolve their Grubbins into, or Vikavolts if they want, because it does require a magnetic lure or you to be near a magnetic lure. We also get 5 snapshots during the community day, so the Cameraman medal, have 400 encounters and go snapshot. Easy medal to do, just take your 5 snapshots, get those encounters. We also have the extra small medal, catch 500 extra smalls, and extra large medal. During community day, there's a lot of spawns, there's a lot of Grubbins, and you get a lot of candy. So if you do end up catching an extra small or extra large Grubbin, what you can do is evolve it 2 times, and that will get you 2 extra points. Yes, if you don't know, when you evolve an extra small or extra large, that counts as a separate Pokemon, getting you a separate point towards this medal. So definitely evolve the extra smalls and extra larges you get, and also, of course, you can drop them into showcases. And that brings us on to our final medal, which of course will be the Showcase Star Medal. Win 100 Pokestop showcases. We have the showcases during this event, so if you do end up catching some extra large Grubbins, drop them into showcases, try to win those. Couple tips for showcases, by the way, never drop into downtown showcases. There's just too many people, it's really hard to win. So I always recommend trying to go out of the city a bit or go to your local area where there's a higher chance you can win showcases. Also, what I can recommend is also drop into showcases near the end of the showcases. Why I like to do this is because not everyone is always looking at their phone seeing if they're in first place. So what you can do is right near the end when the rewards are about to come in, which will be at 5 p.m. If you can drop into showcases then, get the first slot. Not a lot of people will be changing out their Pokemon to try to get the biggest Pokemon then. So always drop into showcases late to kind of have that element of surprise and just snag it and win it right at the end. And with that being said, that is my tips for Grubbin community, guys. Surprisingly, I'm kind of excited for this community. I think Grubbin is a pretty nice shiny, but let me know what you guys think, and I will be streaming the event, so come tune in at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel if you want to go watch me catch Grubbins live. It's going to be an absolute blast. You don't want to miss it. That's going to be it for me. We'll see you next one. Follow for tips, everybody. Peace.